Hey trophies, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning trophy, welcome back. It's Sophie, your favorite trophy, and I'm back again with another video. Yes. So today I'm bringing you guys a makeup get ready with me because I love talking to you guys and I want this to be like a little girls chit chat. Like if you're doing your makeup with me, we're just gonna be talking. Feel free to share your opinions on anything that I talk about down below. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing people's opinions, so be sure to do that. And we're just gonna be doing our makeup. So I don't know about you guys, but I have been not liking this second winter that we've been going through here in the East Coast, the Northeast, because y'all, I feel like I'm getting sick with how this weather is like 60s, 40s, 30s, 50s, then back up to 60s. It's like it's too much. So I initially was not gonna film today because I was not in a good mood, but I was like, listen, if I want to be a YouTuber, like you gotta come on, rain, snow, shine, thunderstorm, tornado, like you gotta be there. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna do a little video, I'm gonna talk to you guys. And yeah, so that's what's been happening. Hope you guys watched my previous video, which is how to get rid of period cramps, because girl, that's what I was dealing with this past week. I was in the trenches, y'all, with my dang period. Like, I feel like it just doesn't get better. Dang, like I'm really like fighting demons in my uterus right now. I'm really fighting demons in my uterus, bro. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, let's do a little weekend review of what happened last week. So the stimulus checks were like approved and were being sent out. Biden signed it last week and it like already started hitting some people's direct deposits the weekend. And it's so funny because apparently the big banks like Chase, Citibank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all them places, they weren't like the stimulus checks they were putting out announcements that those banks, the stimulus checks weren't gonna get to people till like the 17th, which is like Wednesday. And people were like, why are they trying to hold on to our money though, and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's really crazy, because apparently the smaller banks, like the little credit unions, they were saying like those banks were getting the money to the people quicker than the big banks like Chase and all them. I think they're trying to pick the jurors for what's his name? Dang, why am I blanking? What's his name? So they're picking the jury for Floyd's death. They're trying to pick jurors and stuff like that. So that's something that was happening last week. That was bringing some static. I'm interested in seeing how that's gonna go. What do you guys think? What do you guys think's gonna happen with that case? They better do it right, because I don't understand how people could literally storm the Capitol building and there's like barely nothing happening to them, but there's people who've done less things in the eyes of the law, child, and they are like, you know, in prison and been locked up for years and years and years. Like, make it make sense. But what do I know? That's some of the headlines. That's what's been popping off. I think a lot of the states are also lifting mandates, like the mask mandates and things like that. I'm laughing because in Texas, I guess the governor, I think it's the governor, I don't know, but he lifted the mask mandates and, you know, everyone was like happy about it, but homie was in a whole wheelchair. Like, sir, you should not be trying to take these mask mandates and all these things out of place. Like, you already know what it's like to be affected by a serious illness. A lot of people are up in arms about the fact that Doja Cat did not win a Grammy. And I'm like, I totally agree, because honestly, Doja Cat, I know she had her little craziness of what she was doing in chat rooms and what she was allowing certain people to do in said chat rooms. She does bring it when it comes to art and creativity in the rap game, because like even the Streets music video that everyone was talking about, like it was so good. Like I was like, dang, she really has either really good people behind her who are contributing with the great ideas, or she's got really good imagination and she is bringing it. Like her videos are really good. I feel like her outfits and like the way she dresses on stage is really good also. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love on this video. Thanks, it's well appreciated. It really is. I was kind of shocked when I saw that Beyonce was actually at the Grammys, because I thought I heard from a couple like blogs and on Twitter that Beyonce wasn't like gonna show up. But then someone also mentioned that you can literally see it on Jay-Z's face that he did not want to be there. And I just think that was interesting that she actually did show up. She didn't perform this year. She accepted her own personal award, and then her award that was with Megan Thee Stallion for Savage, the Savage remix. And I thought that was a really cool moment. You're seeing Beyonce in a like different angle of Beyonce, because we're always seeing her accept her own award, or you know, her being like the star, but then it's like she's with Megan and it's like, aw, that was a little cute moment, I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, I feel like I would have liked to see Doja Cat win, because her videos, like the visuals of all her performances, like even the photo shoots that Doja does is like really cool, and like I feel like she's always just like killing it whenever she's like performing or putting out music. Like she's always like bringing it, and I love to see that. And I think creativity in that sense is very important. I thought, oh my god, the fact that Blue Ivy won is so cute. And then Beyonce was like, I know my daughter Blue is watching, and she shouted out that she won an award. And I was like, that is so cute. The little intergenerational moment on TV was very cute. The WAP performance, that was interesting. Like, I'm a Nicki stan. Like, I'm a Barbs. It is what it is. Like, I know a lot of people come for me and it's a joke or whatever, but I love Nicki. I can't deny that Cardi looked really good. Like, her hair and her makeup looked really good, but it looked like she was struggling a little bit when she was doing the performance. I feel like sometimes with a lot of artists and performers, they try really hard to put on a good performance. I feel like a lot of people try to make the performances really good, and it's like sometimes it's like it's just not hitting. Like it's not giving the effect that you think it's giving. I feel like the Up performance wasn't that good, and then the WAP performance was cool, but I think that once again, like the dancing just wasn't it. Like, I didn't like the choreography. I think she was like, it was a lot of moving. She maybe like did something with less movement, with like less like bouncing around and stuff, that it would have looked better. But that's just my opinion. Someone was mentioning that with the Album of the Year award, that they're surprised that Taylor won, because a lot of people didn't even know that Taylor Swift put out an album. And I think I did hear about an album that Taylor put out. Like, some people were talking about it, and there was like a specific song, I think, that came with a music video or something like that was put out. And like, so I heard that she did have an album out, but I agree that like it wasn't like any of her other albums where I definitely have heard one or two of the songs that were on there. Like, I didn't hear anything for this said album that she won for. And I was kind of like shocked that she won Album of the Year. But then again, it's like during a pandemic, were people really putting out albums like that? Like, was there a lot of competition in that sense? Because it's like, well, during a pandemic, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, to me, like during the time that we're in right now, it's kind of hard to do something like an awards, because it's like, okay, well, I think it's gonna be limited because not a lot of stuff was able to be held and done, and like, you know, nothing was really going on, so we couldn't even hear music. It's if you are a true stan or really explore, or like, you know, you're into music where you're always like looking for the new music, where you would know what is like out and stuff like that. So that was that. So that's what was on and popping on Twitter. Y'all already know Twitter always got something to say. Always. And then you got them stan accounts. And someone was talking about some K-pop group, how they did all this stuff and they didn't get a Grammy, an issue. And there was also The Weeknd talking about how he boycotts the Grammys because he feels like he's been blackballed. And like, I totally agree. I feel like a lot of these award shows and like things like that, it definitely is rigged. Because when you think about it, think about someone like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, you're really gonna tell me a talented actor like Leonardo DiCaprio only just recently got an Oscar, when he's been like in a lot of roles and like worked really hard and like really captivated audiences? Like, he, of like all people, did not get an Oscar until like just recently. Like, I don't know, it don't add up to me. But once again, what do I know? I'm not in the industry. I'm just commenting on what I've observed. That's just some shady stuff that be going on in Hollywood, child. And that's why I gotta always remember, you know what, my day job, it ain't that bad, because I don't gotta be stressing about what awards I am or am not getting. I do what I gotta do, and I'm doing it good. And that's just what it is. Last but not least, my fave, Nicki Minaj, has not won a Grammy, but Cardi B has won a Grammy and Megan Thee Stallion has won a Grammy, when literally her whole career paved the way for artists like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. It's kind of crazy to me that that's a thing, but people are saying because of TikTok and all those platforms are making it really easy for quote unquote mediocre artists to get, you know, acknowledgement and notoriety and things like that, because it's like all you have to do is put out a song with a good beat that someone can make a dance to, and then it'll go viral. And so that equates to, you know, to awards and recognition. I don't know, you guys, but once again, what do I know? I'm just commenting on my observations. So I'm not gonna work on my eyes just yet. I'm gonna go on to foundation, and I literally went out and got this during my go shopping with me vlog. I got the Huda Beauty. Okay, you guys, this is it. It's trying to focus on my face. Huda Beauty. So the reason I went out and I had to go and get this foundation stick is because I watched this viral video that was going around on Instagram about the amount of oil that shows up in some of these makeups, y'all. And Huda was strong. I think it was Huda and what was the other one? Was it Dior? It might have been Dior and Huda who had like the best oil like test. Like, it was like 24 hours and this one had the least. So I was like, I'm going out and buying it, because you guys see this acne right here? Yeah, there's a reason for that. And I'm like, I do not want to be dealing with. Usually I use a beauty blender, but now I'm gonna use a foundation brush. This is from Morphe. If you're someone who's dealing with anxiety, like, I know this pandemic has literally rocked my whole, you guys, like it has rocked my mental health. And luckily I've, I'm not someone who's new to talking to someone like a therapist. Okay, this is gonna annoy the crap out of me. Let me fix this. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so luckily I'm not someone who's like, a therapist. Like, no. I believe, especially in the Black community, we need to stop stigmatizing therapy because a lot of us need help and we're not getting it. And the thing is, what do they say? Hurt people hurt people. You need to get help. And something that I absolutely hate seeing is that a lot of people who I know have not dealt with certain things that they should be dealing with are not going to therapy and then having children. And I know this is gonna sound super judgmental, but I don't care. I don't think people who are mentally unstable should have children. And I don't care what anyone has to say. When you're bringing children into this world, you're dealing with a whole other person who will most likely will live to be an adult, and if they suffer trauma, that trauma is going to affect someone else at some point. So you're just continuing a cycle of pain and of mistreatment because somebody's going to get mistreated. And people can say whatever they want to say. They can be like, oh, you're so judgmental. It's like, bro, having kids is not a walk in the park. Like, I think people think like having kids is like having a pet, and it's like, what? Like, I don't know. It just gets me so upset because it's like, first off, we don't ask to be alive. We don't ask to be born. And I know some people are gonna be like, but are you mad about being alive? Like, you should be grateful. And it's like, it's not even about that, bro. Your actions have an effect on people. Why would you want to have a child when you're not mentally ready or you're not mentally capable to have a child? I think a lot of people need to do better in that department. Yeah. So, you guys, I'm officially taking myself off of the market because men are trash. Because men are trash. Because men are trash. Recently, I just got confirmation, y'all. I already had issues with dating because I believe that a lot of people take a lot of garbage. They are with people who like cheat on them and disrespect them and have them outside looking stupid as hell. And then it's like I constantly hear people say like, oh well, in relationships stuff happen, but it's like stuff happen like you were with someone who I don't know you guys. But yeah, so I'm taking myself off the market because I'm tired of getting to know people and then them all being the same. It's like there's no personality. There's like no effort to try to connect on some level. And it's like I just don't know how much more I can take of just putting in effort to get to know someone, and it's like disappointing. Like it's like every time. And here's the thing with me, like I try to be very forward. I used to be someone who was like very go with the flow in the dating sense. I don't know what it is, but it's like sometimes I'm like, is it me? Like, is it me? Like, am I giving off something? Because I feel like every time I go on dates, like I try to be like, some people might say, oh, like you're very shy or reserved, but it's like, bro, I'm not trying to give off no mixed signals. And it's like the fact that men can try to take women on a date, okay, the most cheapest date at that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not even do anything, not even try to show that they're interested or try to show that they're taking this serious. I believe that there needs to be standards, because when there are no standards, people do whatever and they accept whatever. And that's okay if you feel like you don't want to live your life a certain way and you don't want to be treated a certain way. That is fine. But you also have to realize that there's other people who also don't want to be treated the way that you want to be treated, and that it should be open, an open space for whatever people like, for them to be, for them to like, and them to have, right? It's just the lack of effort for me. I don't know. I don't know what certain people out there are accepting from men, or if it's just men being absolutely ridiculous for thinking that women are going to put up with this. But someone needs to do better, because I'll be damned if I allow someone who's not trying, not even in the slightest, to show that there's someone worthy of getting to know me on any sort of level, you know, is gonna have any part in my life or me. And if you're a female out there, please know your self-worth. Please do not be going on these dates with men who are not even, you know, trying. Please have standards for nobody else but yourself. It just doesn't make sense. But yes, so that was my rant. I am, as I mentioned, officially off the market. So I never did a update about the Too Faced peach concealer that I got earlier this week, and I talked about in a sorry that I'm like upset in this video. There are certain people out there who would pay for your damn time. Pay for your time, and you're telling me that I have to accept like what I feel is even less than the damn bare minimum with some of these guys, and they expect sex from you, and they expect you to just do whatever they want and you to entertain them, and it's not even about sex too. It's about the fact that men want you to entertain them. Dudes get mad you have gone on a couple dates with them and you don't want to sleep with them. It's like, no, I'm not gonna sleep with you. I don't even know you, first off. Like, I don't know you. You haven't proved to have any qualities or any things that connect with me. Like, these guys know they have nothing in common with you, and they're trying to get what they're trying to get, but they try to pretend, and then they eventually get what they want, and then they say, oh well, I don't know, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what I want right now. And that whole, oh well, I'm just seeing what's out there. Yeah, you go ahead and see what's out there, but you're not gonna see what I got going on, and then you're moving on to someone else because you just want to have every freaking fruit on the damn tree. Like, it's not happening with me, and I don't care who gets upset about it, and I don't care who doesn't want to talk to me, or who doesn't want to date me anymore, or who wants to spread, oh, she's this and she's that and she's this and that. No, don't get it twisted. I might be a nice little passive person. I might come off shy, but I'm a very good judge of character. People damn near don't even know themselves, but I sure as hell know who they are. And you're not fooling me. At the end of the day, I always tell my close friends this, because I don't give advice to people that I don't know, that I don't care about. But I'm going to share it with you because you know, I care about you guys, is that at the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. People are gonna have their opinions, but guess what? At the end of the day, when everyone's gone and you're laying in bed, who's gonna have to deal with you? It's you. No one is obligated to deal with who you are. You know, you're gonna be the one who has to deal with the actions and decisions that you make in your life. Which is right. Like, no one else should have to deal with the decisions and actions that you've made. So do not let anybody pressure you into doing anything that you're not comfortable doing. Don't let society pressure you and make it seem like just because you're not following the wave that everyone else is on, that there's something wrong with you. There ain't nothing wrong with you. Half of the time there's something wrong with society. Most of these people can't even get themselves together, but they want to talk about what they need and they want, what someone else is doing and not doing, and why that's right and why that's wrong. Do what's best for you. Don't let anybody shame you into doing something that you don't want to do, and especially something that doesn't feel right for you inside. Ever heard that saying, what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander? I've been doing like this look where it's like very soft, which I'm kind of like digging. I don't know. I love doing colorful looks, but sometimes there's just something about doing like really like nice neutral looks that I love. Let's talk about the Meghan Markle interview. Very interesting. She mentioned about the royal family and how certain people were being racist, and it's interesting how some people were shocked about what was said. We all know that England throughout history did a lot of things to make sure it kept the power that it had. We all know that to keep power, you gotta do certain things to make sure that the power is kept. I totally believe what good sis Meghan was saying, that certain people were worried about Archie's skin tone and all that stuff, because hello, we all think that racism goes away. Baby, it don't go nowhere, child. It just transforms itself in whatever new whatever is, you know, happening. It doesn't go anywhere. So I'm just gonna put on my lashes and then I'll be right back. Do we want to go on with Saint Laurent lipstick? Okay, now I'm just gonna go over my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I got this because my brows would be looking a little crazy after all the powder and stuff that I would put on. Alright, Trophies, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me, and I hope you enjoyed this look. It's very subtle, very simple. I wasn't really trying to do a crazy look. I was just trying to do my makeup and talk my talk with you. But Trophies, I just want you guys to know that you are beautiful for the ladies. handsome for the men. You are worth it. You are somebody. You are unique. You are awesome. And do not ever settle. I love you guys, trophies. Please show some love in the comments below. Like this video. Share it with your friends. And I hope to see you in the next video. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace. Much love and positivity.